Okay, we'll catch you at 8. K9G Charlie Corp. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, have fun. That's what this hobby of ham radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all ham radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is the PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will dodge you and check you in the net. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, May 19, 2023. This net is being live streamed on the internet and also recorded on the future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Mike, K9MED down in Rochelle is doing the honors. Let me reset. Okay, well, those of you who are wishing to check in the internet, check in with Mike K9MED on the internet, and he in turn will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Also, if you're on the 6, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions, or you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. Just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN. 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio first if all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time on mobile stations. If you can't stay for the net, you got something else going on, you got family time, you'd rather concentrate on your driving and rather not talk, we'll take your short time on mobile stations, and if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins in northern Illinois. Afterwards, we'll take general check-ins in southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, see whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or ham fests. Then we'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun at the Tech Corner. You have any technical questions? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up in your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, or digital, or what have you? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do our we'll do our Friday Night Fun at DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? We sure would like to hear about it. Please, you're welcome to give your DX report. Then let's see. We'll have our swap net. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, RAM, radio, or computers, we'll be doing this. I'm going to ask two questions tonight. First and foremost, are you planning on going to the swap meet and social this coming Sunday? Then the second question, I do this every weekend before the Memorial Day weekend. With grilling season coming up, I always ask everybody, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill? So we definitely be doing that. Okay. With all so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have a short time or mobile station that like to check tonight's net? Please call now. Once again, do we have any short time on mobile stations? Will I check tonight's net? Please call now.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Okay, Tom, I've got you checked in. Are you going to the swap meet and social this Sunday?
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see how things go.
Okay, sounds good, Tom. You have a good evening, and thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you down the log. Any more short time on mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
And then 28, we have the bill, and no traffic, kilo.
Okay, last station trying to check in. It sounds like your signal is a little bit distorted there. You want to try that one more time, please? Okay, the last station trying to check in. You want to come back, please? I cannot get your call. Come back, please.
And then YD8, get the bill, and I got no traffic tonight.
Okay, you might want to repeat your call phonetically. It sounds to me like you're off frequency for some reason. November 9 and a Yankee, and come back to the rest of your call, please.
November 9, Yankee, motel.
I need a relay. I have not, for whatever reason, that station sounds like is off frequency. I'm having a hard time trying to copy. Let's try that one more time, please.
And then YD8.
Is that November 9 and Yankee Bravo Hotel? Repeat that. All I got is a mic click. Is that November 9 Yankee Bravo Hotel? Try that one more time. You're static with your signal. Is that affirmative on your call? November 9 Yankee Bravo Hotel, come back, please. I want to confirm that is your call. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put down that call that way. For whatever reason, this signal, he sounds like he is a few kilohertz or megahertz off, but I'm having a hard time trying to copy him, so we're going to move on. Are there any more short time on mobile stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I will take general check-ins. First, I will take general check-ins in Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9WWM, Tate Rockford.
Alpha 9, Vector Uniform, Michael in Janesville.
Okay, I got two stations checking in. KD9WWM, Tate and Robert, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around there. Well, thanks for checking in. And AA9VU, Mike in Janesville, I've got you checked in. Are you going to stay for the round table, or are you short time tonight?
Well, let me see what's going on, okay? I just got out of bed. Took a nap. Worked hard today, so I was feeling pretty tired. Let's see what happens, okay, Jimmy? I'll check back in then, maybe.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay, Mike, sounds good. I understand. You just got out of bed. I don't blame you. We'll get back to you in a few minutes for the round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Dale and Rockford.
KD9YBG, Dale and Rockford. I got you checked in, Dale. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes, and thanks for all you're doing for us there. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9VCT, Larry.
K9KGT, Larry and Rockford, the king of CW. Okay, Larry, I've got you checked in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, W9AXD, Matt and Rockford, no traffic.
W9AXD, Max and Rockford. Okay, Matt, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, we got a good turnout from Northern Illinois. Let's see if we can get just as good a turnout from Southern Wisconsin. We have any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norman, Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norman, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins in Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what. That last station trying to check in, nothing but noise, unable to copy. Scott, I'm K9YI Monroe. I'm assuming it's you. Why don't you switch over to the input, the repeater output frequency, and I'll copy you there. I'll stand by here. Okay, any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, this is KD9KWR, down in Beloit. No traffic, short time.
This is K9GCR. I had a station checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. John, K9DDF and Elgin. K9YI, I got you checked in, Scott. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in now. All right, C9KWR, was that you trying to check in?
Yeah, Jimmy, this is KD9KWR down in Beloit. I have no traffic, short time.
KD9KWR, Don in Boyd, short time. Okay, Don, I've got you checked in. You have a good evening, and thanks for checking in. Haven't talked in a while. I think we talked a little bit back there, so okay, sounds good. This is K9G Shire with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Now I got my hotline to check in while the two Wisconsin stations were checking. I got a call from John KC9DEF and Elgin. We'll put him. We'll check him in. Okay. We have any more stations from southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please go now. Well, this Friday Night Fish Fry night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappies, and bluegills. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, and brats, kielbasa, or Polish sausage, and they're Braunschweiger, I should say. Those of you in those of you cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay. Do we have any stations from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford.
Okay, KD9MED, Cary and Rockford, the Duke of Digital DX. Okay, Gary, I'll get back to you in a few minutes for your DX report, then for the round table. So, okay, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Oscar Lima, Jimmy in Rockford.
KC9GOL, Jimmy in Rockford. Okay, Jimmy, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around there. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please call now. Okay, I do not have any traffic for the net. Does anybody have traffic that they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, so far we got a good turnout. So let's go ahead with the, all right, let's get my papers straightened out here. Let's go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. This is our TechNet portion. This is where we have, everybody is free to ask any technical questions. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, DMR, or APRS, or what have you. And if you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net?
KD9WWM.
KD9WWM. Okay, Tate. What do you got for us?
Alrighty, so I got an antenna. It's a DX Commander, which is, it's got 6 elements, basically quarter wave verticals going up the same telescopic pole. I'm going to be putting that around 150 feet away from my house. The main question is, what type of coax would be best for an outdoor application for that long of a run? And mind you, my HF rig is QRP right now. I know I'll have more wiggle room once I kind of upgrade the power, but loss is on my mind, obviously, with having so little power to start with. I can do 10 watts when I have it plugged into a power supply, which I have. So, but I guess the main question is, what type of coax? When it comes to any brand recommendations, or just kind of the thickness of it, I guess.
Okay, let's see if we can throw it out to the audience there. Let's see if anybody can give you a hand. Tate, KD9WWM has an antenna he wants to install. He wants to know what kind of coax is best. What should he use? Anybody in the listening audience that have any ideas?
KD9YBG.
Go ahead, Dale.
I was kind of looking into what he was talking about. I don't need to make a run that long, but I was looking at coax, and I guess if you're going to go a long ways and you don't want to spend a lot of money, they were saying to make like a ladder line, and you got two wires that are spaced out so far apart, so you can run a long ways with that. And, the cost would be down then. Yeah, because if you're going to run that far, you better have something like, I would think, LRM 600 or something really, really good, so you don't have much line loss. Because I tell you what, hang on, reset. I have QRP radio too, and you lose some juice going out that line. I mean, when I have it on 5 watts, I think I'm only getting 1 watt to my antenna, and I'm only running 35 feet. So, if he's running a long ways, and I have the best, coax I could buy, that Italian stuff. And if he's going to go 150 feet, by the time he gets there, he probably won't have no wattage going out the antenna. But you can study it over, look into it. That's what I kind of gathered on it. KD9YBG, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to throw it out to anybody else that has any comments here, but Tate, does that answer your question kind of somewhat?
Yeah, I can definitely look into some ladder lines, and I think I might just have an indoor setup. Might have to upgrade, or I think there's an amplifier available for my radio. But yeah, any other suggestions when it comes to coax or any comments?
GOL.
Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, if you're going to run coax, that is really a long distance for coax to be run. But if you're going to run coax, it either has to be direct to burial if you're going to put it in the ground, or it's going to have to be ultraviolet resistance, because if you leave it on the surface or hanging in the air, it will have a tendency to break down over time. The UV rays seem to cause pinholes in some of the coax, or maybe not pinholes, but cause bubbles and holes develop, and moisture can get in, and that pretty much ruins you. KC9 GOL, back to net control.
Okay, that sounds good, Jimmy. Thanks. Okay, anybody else have any advice there for that Tate on his what kind of coax he should use? Well, okay, the Tate, you got two matters of opinion there, so nobody else says anything, so good luck in whatever you decide to go with.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, sounds good. So, okay, we'll move on. Does anybody else have any technical questions that you'd like to bring before the net?
Comment?
Comment, go ahead.
Is Tate planning on going to the swap meet this weekend? Because I have some ladder line, open ladder line, but I'm not sure exactly how much I have. If he wants it, if he can put his antenna up in the air, put his feed up in the air, I've got some ladder line that I think he can use. KC9GOL.
Okay, sounds good. Tate, why don't you go back to Jimmy, KC9, the GOL, see what you can come up with. Go ahead.
Yes, I will be there this Sunday, so maybe we can talk over the specs more there. I think with this antenna, the feed point is near the ground, but I might be able to bring it up. But yeah, that'd be awesome. I got some cash I'm planning on bringing too to the swap meet and social there.
Okay, Tate, we'll look forward to seeing you there. In fact, we'll look forward to seeing everybody there. KC9GOL, back to net control.
Okay, gotcha. That sounds good. You have a meeting of the minds here and come together and see what you can come up with this coming Sunday. Okay. Anybody else have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net?
KD9YBG.
Go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, when you key your mic on FM, you can, look at your meter and you can see how many watts you're putting out. Now, if you're running single sideband on like 10 meters, when you key, it seems like when you key your mic, you don't get anything until you start talking. Then you see wattage. Is that correct?
Well, I'll tell you what. You key your mic, you throw a carrier. Your needle registers whether you talk or not.
Okay, because I was just kind of wondering, because I hooked an amplifier onto my little 818, and with it, on like FM, like 2 meters, you got a carrier. But when I was dealing with the amplifier, it wasn't showing a carrier. I mean, the needle wasn't moving. But when I started talking, well, then like if you whistle or something, you can have 15 watts when you're whistling. But it seems like if you're not talking, then it just drops back to 0. I don't know if that's normal or not. 89YBG.
Okay, sounds good, Dale. Like I said, when you key up on any band, the station receiving your signal will your meter will register whether you transmit or not. There's always that mic carrier there. So okay, sounds good. Okay, let's. All right. Anybody else have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Well, that's good. It's been a while since we've had that TechNet traffic, so that's good. Now we'll go on to the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. This is where anybody who's worked any DX this week, we'd love to hear your report. So, okay, let's. Does anybody have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along?
KD9WWF.
KD9WWF. Okay, Tate, what you got for us?
I made it to Canada on that. I can't remember the station now. I got my log in front of me, but they were doing that Edmonton, I think, event up there, and I got up there on 20 meters with 10 watts for the single sideband.
Oh yeah, that Canadian Prairie QSO party. I worked the station in Manitoba that last Saturday. So that's That's good. Oh, by the way, and yes, congratulations on getting your upgrade to General.
Thank you. It was worth it. The first day I was getting on the sidebands, and it was real fun.
This is K9G Charter Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Okay, now I understand you made another contact with another HF station other than Canada.
Was that other special station that I think was out of Virginia? It had a 3-letter call sign. I think you made the same contact with him.
Yeah, QSL. Let me get out my log book here. That was for Armed Forces Day. Well, actually, as it turns out, Armed Forces Day is tomorrow. All right. Okay, these are the two stations I made contact. First of all, that Canadian station. That was let's see. This past Saturday on 14.240 at 18:26 hours. Victor Echo 4, Victor Tango from Manitoba, Canada. And the Canadian Prairie QSO Party. The next station after that was on 14.269 megahertz at 1840. November 3 Sierra. For Armed Forces Day in Virginia. Those are the two stations you and I made contact with. Okay, Tate, did you by chance make any other contacts?
There were a couple of POTA activators. One was in Ohio, and I believe one was, where was it? I know there was 2 other POTA activators that I was kind of hunting down, but that was on 40 meters. So not too far away, but just some more contacts close by.
Okay, Tate, sounds good. Well, congratulations on upgrading to your General. You did this last week. As soon as you got home, you made 2 contacts and more. That's great. Okay, Tate, thanks very much for bringing us your DX report. Does any other station have any DX reports you'd like to pass along?
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Kerry, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Oh, it's been 5 weeks since I powered up the Flex. I turned it on yesterday afternoon and got on 15 meters, and I made 9 contacts, 7 countries. No new countries, but there's a couple here that I could brag about. Brief reset. In Kazakhstan, station UN2E, gentleman named Anatoly. He's in the city of Shchuchinsk, which the nearest city you'd be familiar with would be Omsk, which is to the northeast of there. This is kind of in the northern part of Kazakhstan. 5,700 miles from here. Brief reset. So that was my 7th ever Kazakhstan contact. And I made a Chinese contact, my 4th ever Chinese contact, BG8TFN, and he's in Kunming province, which is southern China. north of Laos and east of Burma, distance of 7,700 miles. Brief reset. If you look at a map of China, the whole eastern half of the country pretty much is developed now. It's got, it's got highways all over the place, and Yunnan province is kind of like on the western edge of that urban expansion that they're undergoing there. It's not quite all the way to Burma. Chengdu is another city that's kind of on the western edge of the expansion. So that's it. Thanks a lot. KD9MED.
You're welcome, Kerry. In fact, I was looking at a world map right now as you were speaking there. That's congratulations on your working 7 countries and station Kazakhstan and China. Those of you who are not familiar, Kazakhstan was once part of what was known as Soviet Central Asia. That's just that's kind of north of Afghanistan or what have you, or maybe kind of east of there. There's just 3 other former Soviet republics there too. But okay, so, Kerry, thanks very much for working that DX there, like you always do. And of course, I already mentioned I made a contact with the stations in Canada and Virginia for that Canadian Prairie Scuso party last Saturday.
Congratulations to you and to, was it Cade or Tate? I didn't quite catch the name. Congratulations to all of you on your operating skill. KD9MED.
That was the Tate, KD9 WWM. He just got his general license last Saturday. First thing he did when he got home was make two contacts with those same 2 stations I made. So okay, sounds good. Thanks, Kerry. Anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay, next we'll go ahead with the swap net. All items involved sold or traded must be related to hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All items involved sold or traded must be related to the hobbies of I already said. Let's do that again. All items involved sold or traded must be the property of or possession of persons who wants to get rid of stuff. May mention the price over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, trying to get all my papers straightened out and put away here. So that's what happens when I have a lot of papers on my desk. Okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations who like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? If you're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shop, or the show of just turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 39 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. We'll drop traffic, please call Keystone GCR. Okay, just hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead with the roundtable. Got 2 questions. First and foremost, are you going to the ham radio swap meet and social this coming Sunday? So okay, let's go ahead. Then I'll ask second question. What is your favorite food you like to cook on the grill? Okay. Dale, KD9YBG. I know, oh, now just a minute. Hold on. Mike, AA9VU, AA9VU. Mike, are you still with us?
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm still here. This is AA9VU.
It's K9 G-Star, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Mike, we've got a swap meet and social coming up this coming Sunday at Camp Winnebago, just north of Rockford. Are you planning on going?
No, Jim, I hadn't really planned on it. In fact, I didn't even know that it was going to be Camp Winnebago. Exactly where is that?
It's just north of Rockford on Route 2, or on North Main Street. It's kind of also west of McChesney Park. It's right by the old, formerly Harlem Road. I think that road goes by a different name now. So I'm sure any of the other hands listening, they can a better location, but that's where it's at.
Okay, I don't know exactly where that is, but I've been through that area, I'm sure, many years ago, probably. That's this Sunday. I'll have to give that some thought. Yeah, I'll have to give that some thought. Back to net. This is AA9VU.
Okay, what it is? We cooked this up back about 4 months ago. It's a swap meet and social, and we call it a Gorilla Ham Fest. This is not no club is sponsoring this. We're just no money be changed hand, no VE testing session, no food vendors or anything. It's just a chance for local ham radio operators to get together, socialize, and if anybody wants to bring their equipment to sell or what have you. You can even bring your own food and your own grill if you want to do any cooking. It takes place this coming Sunday morning from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. It's at Camp Winnebago, YMCA, Camp Winnebago, just north of Rockford on Route 2 or north of Main Street. So the call-in frequency will be on this repeater. So if you want to, if anybody else, if you're not doing anything, you're welcome to come along. And I'm sure some of the other hands listening, they can tell you more about it.
Okie doke, Jim. I'll keep listening and see what the story is. Maybe I can get some insight to exactly where it is, and it shouldn't be too far from me. Then I know how to get there. Once I get in that area, why I would be lost, I suppose. So any information to get there would be helpful. KC9GCR, this is AA9VU.
Break.
Okay, Mike, station, go ahead.
The address of Camp Winnebago is 5804 North Main, Rockford. That's about maybe a mile north of Riverside in Rockford. 5804 North Main.
Yeah, I got that. That shouldn't be too hard to find. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Kerry. Okay, Mike, hopefully we'll see you. But then I got another question I want to ask you. what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill? With grilling season coming up, I thought I'd ask that question there.
Well, Jimmy, I like all kinds of food. Steak, brats. Brats is, you know, when I was given plasma in Beloit, the manager used to make brats, and she had the most wonderful mixture to go with it. And I just, of course, she's gone, and I don't go there anymore anyway. My veins wouldn't stand up to the pull on them. But yeah, that's about the size of it.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Maybe we'll see you out there at Camp Winnebago this coming Sunday. Thanks for checking in. All right. Now, Dale, KD9YBG. I know you'll be at Camp Winnebago, so I'll just ask this question. What is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
K9YBG. I don't do a lot of grilling, but if I did, it would probably be pork chops. And let them get nice and done with barbecue sauce on them. That's what I would probably think. Larry, KD9, let's see, was it K9KTZ, said that they were going to be listening to, you know, like on 147, 195, you know, just in case anybody needed to call in or something.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I'm gonna take my HD with me when I go. It has this repeater program, and so I'll call in once we get close there. I think I want to find out for sure. I want to get my ducks in order. I think Terry, KD9FSS said he might take me. So it looks good, but I just want to keep in case he can't make it, I'll try to get a hold of a KD9WWM. Although I understand he won't be able to bring me home because he's got a family affair that he's got to attend to. But I'll see if I can get a ride from somebody else. But it looks like I will definitely be there. Dale, thanks for checking in. All right. Mike, KD9MED, are you going to be at the swap meet and social this Sunday? Yes. Second question. What is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill? With grilling season about to start, Memorial Day weekend next weekend. I always ask this question every year. What is your favorite food you like to cook on the grill? Okay, sounds good there, Mike. Thanks for doing what you do. Let me know if you have any internet check-ins. Okay. All right. The King of CW, K9KZT, Larry. Well, I know you'll be at the social because you helped organize this. So, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
Well, see, is grill kind of like a microwave? That's where I do all my cooking. K9KZT.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose we can count that.
You know, my friend, and I had a phone call here, so I missed considerable. But we'll have talk in on 147-195, if nobody's mentioned that before. And hope to see everybody there. And just a reminder, maybe wear a QSL card or a net with your call on it or something, so people who know you on the air can recognize you in person and say howdy. And if you take the electronic stuff there and it doesn't sell, please take it home. know, we can't leave it to Camp Winnebago to get rid of our electronic leftovers. Back to Jim, K9KZT.
Okay, yeah, Mike's 89VU in Janesville was wondering where the Camp Winnebago was. And I told him about there. And of course, we had some TechNet traffic about Kate was wanting to know what kind of coax to use for his. He bought a new antenna. He wants to move it at least 150 feet away from his antenna, which he got. So we was getting some information. He wanted to know what kind of coax he should get there. So that was what we were talking about while you were on the phone.
Thank you, Jim. I probably couldn't have helped you with that as much as a lot of other people. So I hope everything works out, and I hope everybody has a great time, and we'll see you there. Thank you, Jim. K9KZT.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting you on Sunday. Thanks for checking in there, Larry, and thanks for all you do. Morse code practice Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday evenings immediately found the respective 7 o'clock nets on the respective repeater. Okay. W9AXD Matt. I won't ask you if you're going to be there, and I'm going to ask Camp Winnebago because I know you will. So I'm asking the question: what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
KC9GCR W9AXD. Good evening, Jimmy and the net. Yes, I will be there, and we'll be on 195, and I just thought about it. I put a new mobile in my car. I'll pop on my APRS beacon. I don't know if anybody else has those, but I'll turn it on anyway. Favorite food, I normally would do steaks, but I think this Memorial Day, I'm going to do ram steaks. That's Ram, Romeo, Alpha, Mike. My daughter and I, over Easter break, went to Missouri and shot a couple of rams, and so I'm going to try it out. I've had the burger. It's good. And so I'm going to try some ram steaks here and see how those turn out. Back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it doesn't hurt to try something new. Same old. After a while, it gets kind of old. So I think that's good luck with that. Okay. Thanks for checking in there, Matt. We'll definitely look forward to seeing you Sunday. Okay. Norm, K9RGG. I'm sorry we're keeping you up there, but let's see. Are you coming to the swap meet and social this Sunday?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Yes, Jim, I'm planning on being there. And the first thing I wanted to do was ask you if you needed a ride over there and a ride back to Freeport, because I would be happy to supply that to you. Over.
Sounds good, Norm. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. I may have one from Terry, KD9FSF. He lives here in Freeport. It looks like he's going, but I want to check for sure. If I don't, if things happen if anything happens that neither Terry nor Tate can take me, I'll definitely get a hold of you.
Okay, Jim. Why don't I give you a call sometime late tomorrow? Let's say before 6 o'clock in the evening, because as you know, I go to bed early. But I'll check with you and see if you still need a ride, and if you do, I'll be happy to pick you up. But it wouldn't be before about 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, because it takes me a little while to get going here. But I could be down there at 8 and pick you up, and we'd be over there at Camp Winnebago by 8:30 at least. And your second question was, what do I cook on the grill? I cook everything, Jim. Steaks, bratwurst, hot dogs, ribs, chicken. I like to cook on the grill. So even in the middle of winter on New Year's Day, I'll be cooking a steak out there. So, great net here, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Norman. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So it looks good, but we're looking for your phone call anyway. Then both my sister and my brother-in-law, my older sister and my brother-in-law, they're both passed away now. But they lived in Northwest Rockford. They had one of those natural gas-fired grills. It could be real cold outside, but they could be cooking steaks on the grill or what have you in January or February or what have you. Every day was a grilling weather. You might as well say, regardless of the weather. Hey, Norm. Last week we were talking about Orion Samuelson. I was at the Voices bookstore the other day. I happened to see this book I got in front of me. You Can't Dream Big Enough by Orion, Big O. Samuelson. It has all this complete biography and how he got into WGN and something like the old barn dance and some of the old the personalities used to be there at WGN many years ago. It is a very interesting book. I thought I'd let you know about that.
Sounds good, Jim. And you mentioned the book title, or included in there, was The Big O. I think it was Bob Collins on WGN who first called Orion Samuelson the Big O. And that kind of stuck with him, and I still remember that.
That's what it says. You can't dream. Let's see. This is the American farmer's best friend for over 60 years. You can't dream big enough. By what it says, Orion Big O. Samuelson. Forward by Senator Mike Johans. So that's definitely an interesting book. I enjoyed looking through that several times.
Great memories, Jim.
That's what we'll do. Maybe sometime next month or something. We'll talk about what is your favorite all-time radio show or radio personality from back in the day. Norm, I better let you go so you can hit the sax. We'll definitely talk to you on the phone tomorrow night. Thanks for checking in.
Well, thanks, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
You're welcome. Okay. Stop K9YI. We're sorry to keep you waiting, but I know you probably will not be going to the social this coming Sunday. But Scott, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill? Well, what isn't the favorite cooked food on the grill? The burgers, yeah. Burgers, hot dogs, brats, steak, or ribs, or chicken, or what have you there. Boy, I'll tell you, I remember when I was a kid. Well, we used to Structo Manufacturing Company here in Freeport used to make barbecue grills there. My dad worked there for 20 years. Before, it's sad to say, he got cancer and passed away. But back in 1975, but he brought home a grill. We had the rotisserie on there. We put steak or any of the ribs on the spit. And I'll tell you what, you turn on that rotisserie, you heard that baby would be going running all day on that. But when you sit down and eat that, it was worth the wait. Okay, son, you're welcome, Scott. I'll tell you more about how it turned out on during the Green County Netzer. So thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you on the Green County Net this coming Sunday night. Okay. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transferring the Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay, Gary, KD9MED. Of course, I'll see you at Camp Winnebago on Sunday. What is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
This is KD9MED. Yes, I do plan to be there Sunday. If Larry KZT is still here, I'm curious, will we get in any trouble if we get there a little early?
Well, let's ask him if he's still around. K9KZT, Larry, did you hear Carrie's question?
Yes, I did. Let's see who else is here. MBX, W3MBX. Did you hear that, and would it be okay if Carrie got there a little early?
W9AXD, yeah, that's not a problem. I'm planning on being there about 7:30. Say 7:45 at the absolute latest, but I'll have the gate open no later than 7:45, probably about 7:30.
Thank you, Matt. Back to net control. Is that okay, Jim? K9KZT.
That's okay, no problem. No problem at all. So, okay, thanks for, okay. Let's see. Gary, K9MED, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
Oh, I was going to talk some more about Sunday. I've got my little whisper beacon set up on the car now. I spent this afternoon tuning the ham stick, which is really, really hard to do if you don't have a graphing analyzer. So I got that all set, and I've been running it since 4 p.m., and it's working pretty good, so. Brief reset. You know, I haven't done grilled food in probably 20 years or more. I mean, you know, anything will do for me, Jimmy. I guess if I was cooking, I'd be cooking pork chops, because you spend a little bit more time cooking a pork chop than you do a steak. You know, a steak is done in like 3 to 5 minutes maybe. And at least with the pork chop, you can spend some time and enjoy the cooking process. And they sure do taste good. KD9MED.
Yes, they do. Yes, they definitely do taste good too. You bet. So, okay. Thanks, Gary. So, now, okay. Case 9GOL. Jimmy, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
Well, good evening, Jimmy and the rest of the net. This is K9GOL. I'm going to say just about everything except fish. And, I mean, I had grilled pork chops tonight with corn on the cob and potatoes and beans, and then a grilled peach and a grilled plum. So, yeah, I'm going to go along with Norm that any time of the year is good grilling weather, even when the snow is falling. So, with that, yeah, Jimmy, we'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday out there and seeing everybody else. KC9GOL, back to net control.
Okay, sounds good, Jimmy. We'll definitely look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Of course, tomorrow, I'm sure we'll hear from you tomorrow night during the Saturday evening rag tune net, which more than likely will probably be taking place on this repeater tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So, okay, Jimmy, thanks for checking in. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
KD9MED, good evening, Kurt. I'm doing a survey. I'm asking everybody who's going to be at the, are you planning on going to the get-together this Sunday? I'm sure, I know you'll be there. So the second question I'm asking, with Memorial Day weekend coming up, with grilling season starting, what is your favorite food you like to cook on the grill?
Well, KC9GCR, KE9N, good evening to you, Jimmy, and everybody else. Unfortunately, no, I won't be there Sunday. I've got things to do, and I don't have time to go out and socialize, so I will not be there on Sunday. Favorite food I like grilling? Boy, it could be just about anything. I mean, hamburgers, hot dog, it doesn't really matter. Steaks, obviously, pork chops, as Carrie mentioned. But I don't grill very often. But regardless, as far as favorite food, I really don't have any. Over.
Okay, that's understandable. That sounds good. You know, I don't really have a favorite food either. Everybody, anything that's cooked on the grill or what have you, it's good. I definitely really enjoying that.
Yeah, I just don't have a favorite. I like all sorts of different kinds of food. I could probably tell you in shorter sentences the foods I don't like than the foods I do like. But no, I'm not real fussy about stuff like that. Anyhow, I'll be listening, Jimmy, and I'll turn it back to you then. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Okay, sounds good there, Kurt. Dean, K9FLO has not checked in as of yet.
No, it's a little early. Give him about 10 or 20 minutes probably, and then he'll probably be around. But I did say actually talk to him today already. But regardless, hopefully he'll check in. Back to you, Jimmy. KE9N, I'm clear.
Okay, Kurt, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. And by the way, I got the Hamrag magazine this past Monday, so thanks very much for that, for doing that for me. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, real good. Well, I'm glad. I was thinking about that, and I thought, geez, I haven't talked to you all week. I didn't know if you received it or not, but okay, thanks a lot for letting me know. KE9N, I'm clear.
Welcome, 7-3. Okay, any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun? And if you were just going home for your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show, or what have you, if you just turn the radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last hour and 7 or 8 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call KC9GCR. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we got time here. Let's see if we can do some little Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of those stations, people who are studying for their first ham radio license. The next VE testing session will be on, here in Freeport. It'll take place on Saturday, June the 3rd at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. If you want more information, the State Line Amateur Radio Club is putting on that. Contact Tony, N-I-A-R-B, and he'll give you a lot of information about that. So, okay. We've got people who will listen to these frequencies because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless you have a very expensive digital scanner. You can still listen to fire and EMS traffic on the VHF analog high band. So, okay. And a lot of people listen to just for the enjoyment of it. So let's go ahead. We're going to find some questions here on the technician's portion. Oh, God, I read that. I think I read that question. Just a minute. One moment, please. I'll find it here. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions every week. All right. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A. All licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B. Only the station licensee. C. Only the control operator. D. The control operator and the station licensee. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A. All licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B. Only the station licensee. C. Only the control operator. D. The control operator and the station licensee. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. When a control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? Correct answer is D Delta, the control operator, and the station licensee. 97.1038. Station owner is responsible for limiting access to the station only to responsible licensees who will follow the FCC rules. Note that the FCC will presume the station licensee to be a control operator unless there is a written record to the contrary. And read the license manual, page 8-2. Okay. Okay, what is a band plan beyond the privileges established by the FCC? A. A voluntary guideline for using different modes or activities within an amateur band. B. A list of operating schedules. C. A list of available net frequencies. D. A plan devised by a club to indicate frequency band usage. What is a band plan beyond the privileges established by the FCC? A. A voluntary guideline for using different modes or activities within an amateur band. B. A list of operating schedules. C. A list of available net frequencies. D. A plan devised by a club to indicate frequency band usage. Does anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED is guessing A alpha.
You are correct, Gary. You are correct. What is a band plan beyond the privileges established by the FCC? Correct answer is A alpha, a voluntary guideline for using different modes or activities within an amateur band. Amateurs create band plans that help organize the different modes and activities. It's important to keep in mind that band plans are voluntary agreements designed for normal conditions. They are not regulations, and amateurs are expected to be flexible. Hammer the license manual, page 6-1. I think the other night I was listening to 40 meters. Somebody was talking, I don't know where they were from, but I was listening that they were talking about some stations in general class operating on the extra class portions of the band, and they don't have extra class privileges. One of the station said, well, you try to be nice, try to be polite with them, tell them don't do that, but they keep on doing it anyway, so that's the way it goes.
There's a group at the ARRL of volunteer operators that police that sort of thing. I forget what they're called now. They changed their name a couple of years ago. You can look look on the ARRL website. You might find them, see what to do about it. To me, it's just something you live with. You know, we get people intruding on the FT8 subband a lot too. But what are you gonna do? KD9MED.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Way back in the day when I was a CB operator, back in the mid to late the 70s, there was a 16 gentleman's agreement whereby a 16 and 17 were designated for sideband traffic. Then of course the new when the band went up to 40 channels, then they kind of changed around, but that was the way it was. All the CBers avoided 16 and 17 unless they had a sideband capabilities, of course.
I think one thing that's important to note here is that solving problems like this is up to the amateur radio community itself. The FCC doesn't really want to hear about intra-service problems. They're very interested if you interfere with cell phones or with televisions or stuff like that. But really, if it's a dispute between hams, they expect us to settle those things ourselves somehow. KD9MED.
Yeah, that's for sure. I agree with you. Yes. Thanks, Gary. Okay, moving on. Let's see. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? A, gain. B, forward resistance. C, forward voltage drop. D, on resistance. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? A, gain. B, forward resistance. C, forward voltage drop. D, on the resistance. Anybody correct answer this question?
A.
You are correct. You are correct. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? Correct answer is A alpha, gain. Yeah. I'm going to move on to another one here. Let's see. Oh, I read that question a while back. I'm not reading that. Same thing there. Once again, I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions every week. I read that last week. Okay. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? A, a VTVM. B, an antenna analyzer. C, a Q meter. D, a frequency counter. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? A, a VTVM. B, an antenna analyzer. C, a Q meter. D, a frequency counter. Anybody correct answer this question?
KD9MED likes B Bravo.
You are correct, Gary, you are correct. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? Correct answer is B Bravo, an antenna analyzer. An antenna analyzer contains a very low power signal source with an adjustable frequency and one or more meters to show the impedance and SWR. Ham radio license manual, page 4-18. We'll find another one. I'll tell you what, before we continue, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Well, I think everybody's enjoying the weather. So, I think it was a slow turnout last week, too, but okay. Okay. I don't think I read this question before. Which of the following is an application of APRS? A. Providing real-time tactical digital communications in conjunction with a map showing the locations of stations. B. Showing automatically the number of packets transmitted via Pactor during a specific time interval. C. Providing voice over internet connections between repeaters. D. Providing information on the number of stations signed into a repeater. Which of the following is an application of APRS? A. Providing real-time tactical digital communications in conjunction with a map showing the locations of stations. B. Showing automatically the number of packets transmitted via Pactor during a specific time interval. C. Providing voice over internet connection between repeaters. D. Providing information on the number of stations signed into a repeater. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay. Which of the following is an application of APRS? Well, the correct answer is A, alpha. Providing real-time tactical digital communications in conjunction with a map showing the location of stations. A common public service application of APRS is to provide maps of station location while they are providing real-time tactical communication. And Radio Life Manual, page 5-13. There's a picture of diagram of a map on this page here, so let's find another question here. All right, okay. What's going on here? All right, we'll find another one here. All right. What are the toughest questions in the text, general, or extra Q&A books? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you who are studying for your first amateur radio license, once you get your licenses, someday you're going to be involved in a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground support crew. This question, when if you get this question during the BE testing session nearest you, this next question might put you over the top as far as getting your technician's license. Okay, here we go. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? A. FCC Part 97 rules. B. Local electrical codes. C. FAA tower lighting regulations. D. UL recommended practices. That's Underwriters Laboratories, by the way. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? A. FCC Part 97 rules. B. Local electrical codes. C. FAA tower lighting regulations. D. UL recommended practices. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED is going to guess B, Bravo.
You are correct, Gary. You are correct. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? The correct answer is B, Bravo. Local electrical codes. It refers you to another question. Let's see. Let's see if we can find another one here. Okay. How does RF radiation differ from ionizing radiation or radioactivity? A. RF radiation does not have sufficient energy to cause chemical changes in cells and damage DNA. B. RF radiation can only be detected with an RF dosimeter. C. RF radiation is limited in range to a few feet. D. RF radiation is perfectly safe. How does RF radiation differ from ionizing radiation or radioactivity? A. RF radiation does not have sufficient energy to cause chemical changes in cells and damage DNA. B. RF radiation can only be detected with an RF dosimeter. C. RF radiation is limited in range to a few feet. D. RF radiation is perfectly safe. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED. Jimmy, I'm going to guess A, alpha, because the last three sound not right. But really, A alpha isn't strictly right either. I mean, you can cook yourself with RF, and that's causing chemical changes in your cells. So I don't think A is strictly correct, but I'll bet you that's the book answer.
You are correct, Jerry. You are correct. It is the book answer, yes. How does RF radiation differ from ionizing radiation or radioactivity? Yes, the correct answer is A alpha. RF radiation does not have sufficient energy to cause electrical changes in cells and damage DNA. This refers to another question, but we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, now that the FCC is requiring all hands to do a self-evaluation about your RF capability or whatever, I don't know how to do that. Somebody's going to have to come and do it for me.
They say RF radio frequency, so I assume they mean anything up to like a gigahertz or 2 gigahertz or whatever. But RF is basically electromagnetism, and ionizing radiation like gamma radiation is also electromagnetic radiation. It's just a very, very high frequency. So brief reset. So I think what they're getting at is the ability to cause genetic mutation, but I think even HF range RF could do that if you sat in it long enough and it was strong enough. But I don't know. I just think that question is kind of bogus. KD9MED.
I think you got a point there, Kerry. I think a lot of those other questions in this book are bogus. That's okay, Kerry. Thanks. Thanks. I think this is going to do it for Friday Night Fun, that trivia for this week. So we're going to pick it up again next Friday night. Okay. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in this time? Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ. Good evening, Al. I know you're not going to be able to make it to the swap meet and social this Sunday. But what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill? That's one of the two questions we were asking tonight.
Difficult for me because I'm not allowed to use the grill because of my oxygen. But back when I could, I used to like to do chicken.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. You're on oxygen. Yeah, you don't want to. Last thing you want to have your trailer blow up. That's for sure. So okay, sounds good. So okay, nothing but it's a slow net tonight again. I think a lot of people are out enjoying the weather.
I'm going crazy here, Jimmy. That's why I haven't checked in till now. I'm looking around for my wristwatch. I almost got in the shower. I almost forgot to take off my wristwatch, and Becky said, "Well, put it on the counter." So I did. I got my bath and went into the bedroom and dried off and got dressed and forgot about it. and all of a sudden I'm looking at my wrist and I don't have my watch, and I have an app on my cell phone that can locate the watch because the watch has Bluetooth, and I go and I tell it to look for the watch. It can't find the watch. So all I can figure is Becky must have shoved it in her pocket accidentally and took it with her.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. You ought to give her a call and find out if she can look to see if in fact she does have it.
Well, she's at the campground, and where she's at down in central Illinois, your cell phones don't work there. So I went and left her a message, and as soon as she gets her phone goes in service, the message will come up for her. But other than that, there isn't much I could do. I left a message. They can't tell me where the watch is, and if you accidentally took it, I don't care. It's just that I'm going crazy trying to find it.
Well, yeah. Tell you what you ought to do. If you don't find it, turn on one of your broadcast radios and then you listen to WBBM or so. Listen to they give the time every few minutes and stuff. That way you know what time it is.
Cell phone just tells me what time it is. I just got spoiled by the watch because the watch, it's not just a plain watch, Jimmy. The watch does my blood pressure, my blood sugar, my pulse rate, my oxygen percentage in my blood. It's all done by the watch.
Oh, I didn't know they could do that. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good. That's great. Okay, Al. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening ride unit. I believe Larry K9KCT will be net control tomorrow night. Okay, we're going to see one of the hams out of Elgin that comes and visits me. It may come out tomorrow. We may open up my radio and find out. I've got a problem with it on HF. Anytime I try to run more than half power on HF, it starts having trouble. Yeah, that's okay. Sounds good. Well, good luck with that, Al. Hey, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening. I'm sure we'll be talking tomorrow night, Saturday evening, right, Junette? Okay, Jim. KD9EPZ, back to net. Thanks, Al. Are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In less than a half hour at 10 o'clock, 443750 Repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset, night watch net is held. That's held 7 nights a week. Last night, they were coming in, I think it was Wednesday night, they were coming in beautiful. But I tried to check in without the success, but that's a good net. They have different net control operators. If you cannot get into that repeater, you can get in via the EchoLink. Again, night watch at 10 p.m., 443750 Repeater, Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. You can get in via the EchoLink if you can't get into the repeater. That net runs 7 nights a week. And don't forget tomorrow evening, like we just mentioned, Saturday evening rag tune net. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., I'm assuming you'll be on this repeater. With Larry K9KCT as your net control operator. We go around 2 or 3 at different times. Then with net control, I bring up a subject. You want to talk about that? Fine. If not, you can bring up something else. We go around a few times, and we That's what it's all about, rag chewing.
KD9CFL.
KC9CFL. Good evening, Mike. We haven't heard you in a while. How you doing?
I am hanging in there, Jimmy. My landlord has sold my house, so I have to move by July 1st. And my employer lost a major client, so he got rid of a couple of us about a month and a half ago. It was a little rough, but make it.
Okay, so sounds good. Good luck with that. Hey, I'm sure you heard about the swap meet and social we're having Sunday, this coming Sunday at Camp Winnebago from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Are you going to be able to attend?
I really will not. I have something going on Sunday, so I will probably make the next one.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, understandable. Also, with grilling season starting, the next weekend being Memorial Day weekend, what is your favorite food that you like to cook on the grill?
Bone-in pork chops. Big, fat, bone-in pork chops.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Mike. Hey, 7-3, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you down the log.
KD9CFL. Back to the control. Jimmy, thank you as always.
Okay, sounds good. Continuing on with all the other nets we have in the area. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., if you can pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, well, technically that repeater is in New Berlin, Wisconsin. That has a PL 127.3 miles off, and there is a Saturday night fun net which takes place. I haven't heard that net since the start of it was. They moved the start of that net from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and with the Saturday evening rag chew net, I'm not able to hear the Saturday night fun net anymore. But they check in a certain way. You got to check in a certain way, and some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145-110 repeater Monroe, PL 123.0 Maya Saucet. Green County Areas Racing Net is held. That's held, Chuck, let's see, no, Scott, K9YI, who checked in this net earlier, is net control of that net. Combination Areas Racing's rag chew net. Last week, they did not get done until 9 o'clock on Sunday night. Sometimes that net runs about a half hour, other times it runs an hour and a half. Go figure. But that's a good net, though. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere, PL 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries Group holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling, PL 114.8 minus offset. You should not have any problem getting into Sterling. The antenna on that repeater is 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower. Monday evenings at 7 p.m., usually on the 146.610 repeater, we got the Monday night rah-rah info net. I'll be net control this coming Monday night. Larry, K9, KCT, and I share the duties of net control. He ran the net this past Monday, and I'll do it this coming Monday. Then Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 82.5 minus offset. You got the Lee County Aries net. And a half hour later, at 8:30 p.m., on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL of 100.0 Mysaw's at the Kishwaukee Ham Radio Cup holds its Monday evening net. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on usually on the 146.610 repeater, but we've been holding on the 195 repeater. We got the Tuesday evening Health and Tech Net with Larry, H9 Geo as your net control station. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, if anybody needs anything, and see if anybody has any technical questions. Also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, PL 123.0 minus wells at the Rock County Aries Racing net is held. Then, the guys down in Ogle County started up a brand new net going about a couple months ago. It's the Ogle County Amateur Radio net. That meets at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon. That has a PL of 146.2 plus offset. If there is time, which there was no time this past Tuesday, they usually go to a 146.595 simplex for a short simplex net. However, that was not the case this past Tuesday. So at 9 p.m., they usually go back to the 165 repeater for the Ogle County Amateur Radio net for Aries Skywarn. So you got two different nets there conducted on that repeater. First one is at 8:30 p.m. The second one's at 9 p.m. Wednesday evening, here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our weekly Steams County Aries net. I'm the net control operator. And at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit, PL 123.0 plus offset. The Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net. At 8 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. I'm happy to report that Mel, K9RFD, is back home from Texas, and he ran the net this past Wednesday. I'll pick it up again next Wednesday. Mel does the ARRL audio news. What am I saying? We haven't done ARRL audio news for years. Mel runs the Amateur Radio News line, 15-minute independent news broadcast of both entirety Amateur Radio. Okay. Mel is the trustee of our repeater. And Thursday evenings, we got the usually we have the Northern Illinois Skywarn training net with Ricky, WX9RLT at 7 p.m. For whatever reason, he did not have the net, so I went ahead and I did the Thursday evening health and tech net. And let's see, let me reset. So let's see. Then Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on the 146.400 simplex frequency, Chad, W9AXD in Janesville has his weekly Rock County simplex net. And on HF, the every day Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu. The C-Now that is held on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck. KD9MED is your net control station. Now you're all caught up to date in your local nets. So support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters, and remember, Benny Ham Radio Club, by all means support your local club. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9GCR. K9FLO. Good evening, Jimmy.
K9FLO, good evening, Dean. How you doing?
Pretty good. It's Friday night again, and they're happening too quickly. So, how's it going? How's the net going? How's the check-ins going?
Well, you're checking number 19. I was sorry, it's kind of a slow net like it was last week, but I think people are out enjoying the weather again, like you did last Friday night. I was asking two questions. Of course, you probably know about the swap meeting and social that we're having on this coming Sunday morning at Camp Winnebago from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I was asking everybody if they plan on attending. And the second question, with grilling season coming up and Memorial Day weekend starting next weekend, I was asking everybody what was their favorite food you like to cook on the grill.
The first question, I'm not sure what it is, but something about an event, I think you were saying, which I probably won't be attending because it's a Sunday morning. The second event is food on the grill. Can't think of anything I don't like cooking on the grill. So it pretty well opens it up to everything, whether it be steaks, chicken, burgers, hot dogs, brats, pork chops, everything. It all tastes good done on the grill there, Jimmy.
Sounds good. That's the way with me too. As this coming Sunday, we're having like what we call a guerrilla ham fest. It's going to be a ham radio swap meet and social. It's not sponsored by any club. There's going to be no money changing hand, no vendors, no VE testing session. Again, this is not a club-sponsored event. We're just getting together to socialize and have a swap meet. Anybody wants to get rid of any equipment, they're welcome to bring, and what have you. If you want to bring your own food, you want to cook your own, to bring your own grills so you can cook, you can do so. It's going to be held at YMCA Camp Winnebago, just north of Robert on Route 2 North Main Street. It's going to be held between the hours of 8 a.m. to and 11 a.m. this coming Sunday morning.
That's a good idea. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. I won't be able to make that one there because of previous commitments, but it's, I'm glad to hear somebody starting to do things like that and get a chance to promote our fellowship and sales and maybe get some new people involved in the hobby there, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's good. This is our first annual. Let's hope it'll be an annual event anyway. So that sounds good. Oh, now I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if Kurt is still on the air or not. KD9MED, Kurt, are you still on the air?
Yes, sir. I am just sitting here listening to everyone.
Okay, sounds good. I don't have much more to add, so if you two want to go ahead, go ahead.
Well, okay. Brother Dean, how's it going today?
Hey, not bad, Kurt. Not bad at all. Just working through a little project. Went down to the club and had the fish fry today. And our next to last one for the season, and we retired till the fall. And otherwise, good to see us there this afternoon. Did send off that information, so we'll see what the body, the board thinks on that idea. I think it sounds good, but I'm just one of the four. How about that? Let's see what else is happening here. Not much. I'm trying to think. That's my excitement there, Kurt.
Well, I guess it's more exciting than me. I was at work for a little bit then and came home and Oh, I watched TV for a bit, and now actually I'm just kind of checking my email. So nothing new to really report. But, yeah, you can let me know in a few days or whatever if you want me to take care of that. Well, we can talk on the phone or whatever about that. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go and get back to my emails here before I forget. So take care, and Jimmy, I guess I'll send it over to Dean, and then you can send it over to Jimmy. K9FLO, KE9N.
And we survived another caller ID. Sounds good, Kurt. Yeah, not much here. I've been working on I have one of those old Sprague capacitor testers, and I found that they use a 106E5, basically the world's first picture tube, and it's getting a little weak on brightness, so I had to determine if it's just the age of the, like some of the resistor, bias resistors getting weak and that, but no, it's just old, probably 60-year-old, 60-year-old, it's got to be 70-year-old tube plus. So I think one of those, I think you can still find them on eBay or something and replace it. And yeah, isn't that something, a little tube, a 6E5, it's probably the world's first poor man's version of a picture tube with a pretty little green circle on it.
Kind of interesting. Well, you know what? I'm getting a little old too, and I'm probably not that bright either.
I won't touch that. Nope. The tube's the issue for sure, and very good. Thanks for giving me that information. And tell you what, I'll let Jimmy take it over, and I'm going to go up and catch the evening news for our metropolitan Rockford area and see what's happening. K9N, K9FLO.
Okay, very good, Dean. Well, we'll talk to you later on then, and Jimmy, thanks a lot for letting us just jump in a bit. So we'll, again, talk to you in a few days there, Dean. K9FLO, KE9N.
All right, Kurt, 7-3s, talk to you later. Back to you there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks to both of you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You two have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. Don't worry, this is not a formal net, so I always look forward to listen to you guys rag to. So that's good there. So, okay. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, once again, this is the Friday, May 19, 2023 edition of Friday Night Fun Net. This net is being live streamed on the internet, and it's also being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, follow the necessary instructions, and you'll be able to hear this net once again after as soon as it's posted, and you'll hear last week's net and previous editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. It's every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Listen to the well, put it this way: Friday Night Fun Net, all day, every day, or all night, every night, however you choose. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep. So I think I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm putting maybe that'll put me to sleep. But that's how it goes. You hear past editions of the net, you really enjoy it. So, okay. And I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN. 232-3636, the local Freeport number. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. 232-3636. while a couple of stations were checking in, the phone rang, but so that's why you did not hear the phone. But if I'm transmitting, if that telephone rings, that's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney telephone ring. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. So, okay, that's about it. Do we have any more stations you want to check? Please call now. Okay, I don't know of any de-expedition or any contest going on this weekend, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such ways to lessen the pleasure of the mothers. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. It is well built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. So space and Sunday when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration toward the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur's spirit. 5. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. That's Tony, K9RFD Repeater. And Steve McConaughey always says, something to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, and the 195 group for allowing us to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations that checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR, net control. AC9NW, N9YBH, I believe that was his call. I had a hard time copying him, but that's what I got written down. K9 and WWM State, K9VU Mike, K9YBG Dale, K9MED Mike, thank you for all you do. Mike and Rochelle, K9KZT, Larry, King of CW, W3MBX Matt, K9RGT Norm, K9YI Scott Monroe, K9KWR and Beloit. Let's see. And K9DDF John Elgin who checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Carrie, K9MED. And K9GOL, Jimmy, K9N, KE9N, Kurt, and Roscoe, Rah Preston, K9EPZ, Al, K9CFL, Mike, and last but certainly not least, KE9FLO, Dean. Let's see. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 stations all checked in during the net. Are there any more stations I'd like to check in this time? Please call now. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central Oregon Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at?
Lockdown.
You bet, Kurt. Yes, lockdown. Lockdown at the Winnebago County Jail. At this very moment, dispatch is radioing all the correctional officers lockdown. Kerry, K9MED, was telling me he listens to jail frequencies. Every night, exactly this time, 10 p.m., the dispatch calls lockdown. Lights out, jailbirds. Time to go to bed. Nighty-night, jailbirds. Okay, do we have any more stations like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. K9MED, go ahead, Mike. KF9SD, keep finding $9 silver. IC for internet checking. Okay, Mike, I've got him checked. I've got him checked in. Thanks. I hear him every Sunday night on the Green County on the Monroe net. So that's about it. Pat, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Thanks, Mike. Okay, any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, well now in that case I'm going to do my honorary check-in. N9ARB. REC here in Stevenson County, Tony. HC for honorary check-in. It's better yet. N9TAB, Tracy. HC honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club, Calvin Robert Scott. AA9 Silver Fox. HC honorary check-in. What we all do, somebody should get a hold of him by telephone. You give me a call on the phone on the hotline. You can I'll give you his phone number. Give him a call. Ask him if he would like to receive visitors. He does not like to have anybody show up unexpectedly. So see, maybe we can get him get his radio station refigured so he can get back and start getting back on the air again. So, okay. Next honorary check-in. K9FEO. Justin HC honorary check-in. Okay, and one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO, in Belvedere, HC honorary check-in. Okay, let's see. You know what? KD9FSF, Terry, here in Freeport, Stevenson County. KD9 LOA, Brandon HC honorary check-in, and John KD9 OVJ, Jonathan McConnell HC honorary check-in. He's at 11th Ambulance in Leona tonight. This is his shift. He's a firefighter in the EMT, and Friday night that's his night that he's on duty. All right. EC9GO. Okay. HC honorary check-in. KD9HKX. Larry, HC honorary check-in. W9AXD HC honorary check-in. Okay. N9MCS. Eric, HC honorary check-in. That's 32 check-in so far. right, HC honorary check-in, and one moment please, I gotta find Brand's call sign. Okay, Brad, AH Alpha Hotel 2 India. Brad, he's gone through so many call signs, it's pathetic. You know him as WW9, AA9G, and many other call signs. Okay, he is the one that came up with the idea of a Friday night fun net. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. KC9 ICH Robert, HC honorary check-in. He checked in last week. So, and yes, W9RLT Ricky, the voice of Northern Illinois Skywarn. For whatever reason, he wasn't on last night. I don't know what happened. I just went in and did the health and tech net. So, okay. 36 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations? Well, I'm checking the Friday night fun net. Please call now. Okay, well, folks, I'll tell you what. I think everybody's checked in who's going to check in. And does anybody else have any comments, any traffic questions or comments they'd like to bring before the net? Well, folks, the final result of the survey. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people for sure are going to show up this Sunday. So I think we're going to have a good turnout regardless. So I'll tell you what, definitely looking forward. So with that, it was a great net tonight. I asked everybody if they're going to the social this coming Sunday, and what's your favorite food you like to cook on the grill. So, okay. Okay. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, and sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, and aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews. Be sure you tell your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter, your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter, your convenience store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter, your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your bank cashier, when you go, your teller when you go to cash a check. Excuse me. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO, your news card, your church group. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store, at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, or divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your priest, your ministers, your rabbi, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your boyfriends or your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies. About the Friday night fun net. More check-ins to bear the net. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, spotty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. Sit in the clubhouse or take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the bull, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. a great net tonight. I want to thank everybody for participating. And 7 people were showing up for sure at the swap meet and social this coming Sunday. You're not doing anything on Sundays, come on over to Camp Winnebago, YMCA Camp Winnebago. And we hope you enjoyed the question about what's your favorite food you like to cook on the grill. Grilling season is here. Memorial Day weekend is next weekend. So, okay. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region and without traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down this Friday, May 19, 2023 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeater to previously normal amp radio use at 10:11 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 11 minutes Zulu time with a total of 36 check-ins overall. I will see you at the swap meet and social this coming Sunday. Otherwise, if not, I'll catch you next Friday night on the Friday Night Fun Net. Have a good evening and enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll see you Sunday. This is K9GCR. This net is now closed, and wish you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR. Go ahead and post it, Mike. Very successful net. 2-hour, 11-minute net with an unofficial count of 36 check-ins overall. Thanks for all you do, Mike. K9GCR, be clear. Good night.